Hello and welcome, SOCOM enthusiasts. I'm Mark Rogers. Some of you may remember me from the PS Nation interview when I talked about SOCOM confrontation, and I feel that some of you are upset with me, so I thought I'd bring on one of the SOCOM fans from the community, Gamer12789, to go ahead and discuss any questions that he may have about SOCOM, and that I would maybe be able to answer those for them in the community, of course. Gamer12789, you are live. Go ahead and proceed with your question.
I'm on the podcast. Are we recording?
That's correct, sir.
Awesome. First of all, I just wanted to say that I'm glad that SOCOM 2 is finally evolving and into a game that kind of reminds me of so many of the other games out there that are really cool and stuff. So
well, that's actually what Zipper's trying to do, is they're trying to pull that mainstream audience, actually not just in the United States but from around the world. Go ahead and continue.
No, I know how the forums have been lighting up and stuff. Like ever since SOCOM Confrontation came out, there's been a lot of people out there begging for that cover system and blood splatter and to keep the run button in the game. I mean, it's just everywhere, every forum you go to, people are just cheering for it and begging for it. I'm just glad that you guys are, not doing what your internal sources really want. You guys are giving us what we want as consumers. I know there's kind of a lot of hate out there, and I just want to let you guys know, man. First of all, I really appreciate you having me on your show. It's really
no
cool.
problem. It's my pleasure.
That's so awesome, and you're the best too. I mean. Oh God, I don't even know where to begin sometimes. Like the specialization thing, that's always been a part of SOCOM. I like how, if I like to use my HK5 SD like all the time, that, just by constantly using it, that I'm going to increase my accuracy and the damage and stuff. I mean, that's cool because I was a huge Call of Duty fan, but this game by far is just so much better, and because they're doing, oh my God, it's just going to be so awesome with the specialization and all that stuff. I mean, and really, truly, I hope I'm not taking up all your time.
No, sir.
I really like how the game is kind of slowed down to like a chess match, not like speed chess like it used to be, where it was really tactical and fast paced and you had to be on your toes. It was really, I don't know how to say it, exciting, and it made your palms sweat because it was so addictive. I like how you guys kind of like slowed it down to the point where it lulls you to sleep. Because, I mean, I take medication to sleep, okay? So I'm really kind of a hyperactive guy normally. This game, the confrontation, I mean, they really slowed it down, and that was great. My mom used to say, shut up, you're getting too loud, da-da-da. This game, I'm like, I'm already asleep by like 8:30.
Well, we wanted to go ahead and take away that, problem where, we had players complaining that they would often die. They would run out in 5 seconds and they'd already be dead. So we figured if we just go ahead and slow the controls down, it would actually take about 10 seconds for you to get out into a grenade throw. But we've we've actually shortened the grenade throws, so you're about at 15 seconds into the match and you won't die.
I don't know if you were actually a player, but I used to be the guy who 5 seconds into the round, I was hogging up the mic telling everybody, I'm going to put a mine over here by the little bush and one over here by the ground where it isn't level and it has like a shadow on it and stuff. And I'm going to plant a mine by the back door. And by the time I was done planting all the mines, the enemy was already climbing up over the jump wall in Desert Glory and shooting me in the face. And I was like, they need to slow this down, okay? Because I need to have time to plant all 5 of my landmines and then find a good camping spot. And they just didn't allow that on the other SOCOM games because it was too fast paced, and I was just so bummed out that sometimes, 20 seconds into the round, there I am spectating the other guys who are kicking ass.
Well, that's why we also went ahead and take out the jump and climb. We just figured that was, entirely too much, mobility.
That was a horrible feature.
Here at Zipper, we try to shoot for the, fluidity of other games and trying to take their styles and implement them in our own ways. And you'll see that in the new SOCOMs with the over-the-shoulder view. Well, that's actually taken from Fire Team Bravo from PSP. They were trying to troll in the younger audience there.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Oh, no, go ahead.
On confrontation, did you guys make it easier for people to get headshots with any gun that they wanted in the game? I'm just curious, was it me and my beastly aiming abilities, or was it actually programmed into the game?
Well, there was actually, it's a great point you bring up there. The last bullet in your clip actually had a head-seeking device in it. So usually that last bullet in your clip would get a headshot if you missed all the other bullets, even if you were about 3 feet off target.
Oh, really? Because I kept telling that stupid suck my turban guy that he just needs to get good at the game and stuff. But that's okay though, because I have 20/90 vision, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
I also have a rare case of walleye vision, so I can't see my hand in front of my face. So I literally have to sit there with my nose touching the screen. So it was pretty difficult for me to get off those headshots on SOCOM 2 where you actually had to get the stupid crosshairs on someone's head. So I was really at a severe disadvantage. Plus, I have what's called, I don't know how to say this, it's like eye-hand coordination syndrome, where I just, I get the controller in my hand and I'm ready, and then all of a sudden, I just lose it. And I can't jump over a wall. I don't know how to process thoughts, or I can't get, I can't tell my teammates, hey, there's a guy running into the garage. Just those thoughts. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm really glad you guys are deciding to finally slow the game down to the point to where it lulls me to sleep. It's just awesome. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. I'm sorry, Mark.
Well, that's actually why we went and implemented the instant headshots, because the game had been slowed down so gratefully that if we put that in there, the gun battles wouldn't last as long. So you wouldn't waste your time actually fighting with other players, because it would take you so long to get around the maps. We thought that would be a great idea to implement that in there for all the fans out there that, they would get into those gun battles and they would get frustrated because they'd be, shooting and missing clip after clip. So we just figured that last, bullet, whoever finishes the clip first would, get the headshot.
Yeah, I noticed that. As far as SOCOM 4 is concerned, I'm really glad you guys are just continuing with a slow-paced gameplay, keeping it nice and slow, so things don't get going too crazy. And, guys from the old SOCOM 2 and 1 and 3 and combined assault, all those guys are going to come back and just teabag me. I used to cry myself to sleep. You know that? I mean, no. That's how much I appreciate what you're doing. I used to cry.
Actually, I don't play games. They actually hired me on for just to kind of talk to the fans and try and move things over while Seth Luisi was busy doing whatever he was doing, probably styling with his hair. He's always got a fresh cut on.
His hair's pretty slick. I like that haircut he's got there. I mean, I don't know what these people are saying about his hair. I think it's cool. I mean, I have a similar hairstyle, honestly. But as far as I've always been a huge fan of games with blood splatter, like Call of Duty. And how that's like they threw a whole pitcher of Kool-Aid in your eyeball. I love that. I mean, it's even better on the new SOCOM. I mean, you can almost not, you can't see anything, and that's how I see things. I mean, real text. My dad was in the Army, by the way. I didn't mention that.
Well, that's good to hear.
But he told me he took a couple bullets in the shins, and he told me, when he first heard the shot ring out, he hit the dirt, and the bullet that hit him in the shin caused blood to splatter up into his eyelids, and he said he couldn't hardly see Charlie anymore.
But we thought about that, and even being shot in the foot, you're more than likely to have a toe being severed and landed in your eye, and then the blood from the toe generally would actually exit the wound and into your eyeball. So you'd have to actually hit your select to cover, and then duck down and wipe the blood and probably the big toe from out your eye to regain where you're at and your surroundings.
Right. Yeah, I've seen plenty of war footage before, and my dad's told me plenty of stories, so I'm well aware. I know these things, and I've seen him fire a weapon or two. So I mean, I know I know a thing or two about a thing or two. If you ask me, I know the answer. And I'm actually kind of glad too that you guys added the cover system, because I was a huge fan of Uncharted, and I loved how you could just be in the middle of a gun battle and just in the blink of an eye you could just magnetize your back and you would just stick to a wall like Spider-Man. It's so awesome.
Well, actually, all the I want to say SEALs, but they're not SEALs. All the operators actually carry around magnets in the backpacks, and when they walk by a wall, all the walls are magnetized, and they actually stick, right to it. But unfortunately, Gamer 12789, that has been a great conversation. I've really enjoyed discussing everything with you, but that's about all the time Zipper has for today, and I appreciate you coming in and talking about SOCOM with me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'll do this anytime you want.